Hey everybody, welcome to RiverCity-Media. Big show for us tonight. I've been looking forward to this show for about 2 weeks now. Let's get started, get right into it. QB1, the founder, I know he's been looking forward to it for weeks and weeks because of, well, we'll get into that later on.
Hey, I,
Uh,
I just got one thing to say up front. Only Evan Golden could drag Randall off the floor, out of the bed with the flu. Y'all heard the Michael Jordan flu game? This is the Randall Cunningham podcast game. No flu will stop me when Evan Golden is in town. That's all I've got to say.
so he introduced himself. We got the VP of the Evan Golden Fan Club, QB1, Randall Cunningham. Right below us, we got the first man of the president of the Evan Golden Fan Club, Joseph Hughes, the Rabid Beaver. I'm the Highway Chaney, of course, and of course, the main person that we're here to see, the Golden Child, the man with the 24/7 title, Mr. Evan Golden.
Whoa, no, Howard Finkel. How did you get here? That was a great introduction. The guys, look, thank you so much for having me on the show. Howie, Joseph, QB, thank you for coming on. I know you're sick. For you to be here under these conditions just proves that you are made of metal and brawn, my friend. This guy, tell you what.
I learned it from Evan Golden. I watch him. It's like I just afterburnered myself on this couch to do this podcast tonight.
Yeah, you're giving the flu the afterburner, brother. I'm proud of you.
Hey, I have to announce one thing before I let everybody run. Jeremy Johnson was supposed to be here. Our treasurer to the Evan Golden Fan Club is currently on special assignment in Sherwood. So y'all remember JJ in Sherwood. And if you see him, shout him out and say, "Hey, Golden."
Well, I mean, he may be the treasurer of the Evan Golden Fan Club. I think he's the treasurer of Taco Bell because that's exactly where he is right now. Don't let him fool you. And we're gonna hold this against him. We need him. We need him back. He missed the last one too. Remember that, QB?
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah.
Evan, let me get the truth out real quick.
Yes, sir.
The truth is, Randall does not have the flu. Randy does not have the flu at all.
No.
He's been so excited about you coming on here. He's been drooling so much that he's totally dehydrated.
He's just dehydrated. Drink some water, Randall. Drink some Gatorade. Do that. There you go.
I got some water because not only are we having Evan on a podcast, these two gentlemen below Saturday night are going to be part of what tears the town down in LaFayette, Georgia. And it's nothing else. Wrestling for a Cause. Joseph, tell us a little bit about what Wrestling for a Cause is.
Well, Wrestling for a Cause is one of the biggest charity events and organizations in the Chattanooga area. And they're not only in Chattanooga, they're all over the United States. But what they do is just a little bit of work for children, specifically who can't afford medicine, who can't afford surgeries, who can't afford to have life-saving equipment put out there for them, such as breathing devices, breathing apparatuses, and so on and so forth. And they donate all of their proceeds to help a family each and every event to make sure that that family has exactly what they need and is taken care of medicine-wise, food-wise, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. They try to help everybody out that they can. And it's one of the best organizations that you can be involved with at all. And as Evan, I mean, look, he's a 24/7 hero champion right now. He's representing them with pride and honor, and he's done it so well the last few weeks. And matter of fact, he's the biggest moneymaker for Wrestling for Our Cause in their history. So, Evan Golden, we have to just talk about it for a minute. If we're going to talk about Wrestling for a Cause, what makes you so special, and why does everybody want to see you?
Look, I think everybody wants to see Evan Golden at W4AC because they know that Evan Golden supports this great cause. I mean, you guys know that, the children of the country deserve everything. And what Wrestling for a Cause is doing is fantastic. It gives opportunities. It helps young lives. It helps families. And they know that Evan Golden is in full support of that. And you know what, Joseph? It's funny that you mentioned the title because now that I really think about it, this championship has everything that the cause is about within its plates. And now I feel even more special to be a title holder at Wrestling for a Cause. It means the world to be able to represent the promotion and the charity. And I wouldn't say I'm the biggest moneymaker or supporter, but I am glad that I can help this cause in any way, shape, or form. But it is not a surprise to me that someone like TKO would, yeah, we don't have to talk about him yet if you don't want to, but it's not a surprise that TKO would want to try to take this off my shoulder when he knows that Evan Golden is in full support of the cause. Right? I mean, QB, is that not typical of someone like TKO? I mean,
TKO wants to be what Evan Golden is. He wants to have his fan club. He wants to be there. And TKO, Hollywood star, but can't capture that fandom. Evan, he may have went too far this time though.
Right.
Rumors he's offered up a double title match for this week.
Well, look, I think there's a lot of mistakes going on here. I think, this is a smart show here. I mean, first of all, for you guys to be fans of Evan Golden, that means you have intelligence anyways. The viewers are great people. This is my kind of show, and I think we can all agree that TKO is making a lot of huge mistakes here. For one, we all know deep down TKO is in full support of this cause that Wrestling for a Cause is doing, but he's not showing it because he's insecure. All right, that's my theory. I think deep down TKO has a lot of heart, and this charity, I truly believe, means a lot to him. But his insecurities are making him make very bad decisions. I mean, his bad attitude has been way out of line. And I think what the shame is TKO is a tenacious competitor in the ring. He's going to be one of the biggest challenges I've had in a wrestling ring, but he's kind of squandering it by, you know how he is, Joseph. You talked to him just the other day. He has a bad attitude. He's rude. And I don't quite frankly feel like he's in the right headspace for this Saturday because I feel like it's all about his insecurities. And I don't know why, but he's had a bad attitude. And besides, making it a double title match against someone who's left and right and collecting gold everywhere he goes, I mean, that's a bad decision if I've ever heard one. I mean, you guys know that's no good.
Speaking of collecting gold, look at this.
Oh, that's a nice picture. Look at those muscles.
Hey, the River City's got Evan Gold love. It got it everywhere.
That's probably QB's phone wallpaper.
It probably is.
That's his lock screen.
Joseph, is that not a RiverCity-Media exclusive that this will be a double title match on?
Absolutely.
That's big news.
So I think to add to your point, I think that TKO is cashing some checks with his mouth that his body isn't ready for. And I'm sorry to say that, but I mean, he was on a podcast with us yesterday on TikTok. You can catch it on my TikTok page at Camel Toe Adventures if you guys want to see it. It's going to be the first one on the thread. And he was talking about Wrestling for a Cause, and he was calling out anybody and everybody. Alex Summers, Mike Clay. He called you out. He called Ziggy Dice out, and he's begging for a fight, basically what's going on. And I'm going to tell you, even if you put that 24/7 championship, since it's going to be a double exclusive now, you're putting that title on the line. I think that he's made no friends in that locker room, and it may come to bite him in the butt because of that.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear that TKO's mouth is getting him in a lot of trouble. But I think what's the shame of it is TKO, I believe, is depending on the TKO of yesterday. But what the shame is about this is, TKO, even at 50%, even if TKO's, sick or not feeling well, is still a major threat in any wrestling ring. But that's what the shame is. He doesn't have to have this bad attitude. He doesn't have to come out here and treat people like this. I think he's jumping the shark a little bit. I think he's calling too many people out, and I think he needs to relax and realize the talent that he actually has. I mean, that's a compliment to TKO. I don't think he realizes he doesn't have to be this way, especially at a promotion that's promoting such a good cause. If TKO could just calm down and realize who he is and what he's done in this industry, I don't think he'd be leaving such a bad taste in so many people's mouths. I mean, he's got to calm down,
Evan, it begs to be answered, and I hinted at it a little bit, and then I'll turn it over to Howie. And I love TKO the person. I love TKO the wrestler. But is there a little animosity or jealous because you're so over in Chattanooga? I mean, you are the man of Chattanooga. You could be Mr. Chattanooga, unlike Phillies up West Virginia.
No.
Is there some jealousy there?
You know, I try not to think about it, QB. I hope there's not jealousy because, you know, jealousy makes very, very bad things come out of people. It makes people make bad decisions. It makes people insecure. There could be jealousy, but all I know is the city of Chattanooga is full of nothing but great people. And I'm so proud to represent what they've got going on, the charity, the championship. And I'm proud to say that the people of Chattanooga are my kind of people. And if that's going to make TKO jealous, I mean, I don't know. I try not to think about it. I hope that's not the case. Like I said, jealousy is a dangerous thing, and comparing yourself to others is too. But, you know, like I said, it's ironic because, you know, TKO is someone that I once looked up to back in the day. Little Evan Golden once met TKO a long time ago. I don't know if you guys know about this, but I've met TKO before back when I was a young lad in a locker room with my dad. And I remember thinking even then, man, this TKO guy's cool. Like maybe one day I could be like him. So if there is jealousy, that's a little ironic if I don't say so myself, you know.
You know, Howie, I'm sorry. I gotta ask one question, then I'll turn it over to you. Evan, with this match in LaFayette, bell time 6:30. It's in a nice building. Everything that could be first class will be there.
Right.
Does this give you the feeling of that the cause has brought you a worthy building, a good building, a great opponent? It is really big match setting.
It's a big match setting and it's a big match. You know, I think the way that I like to look at it is, you know, wrestling for a cause. You know, they've been over backwards to give us a great building, a great show, to give the champ Evan Golden a great opponent. But the way I like to see it is the match that we're going to give to the cause is going to be what makes the difference. I think by the end of the night, Evan Golden versus TKO, no matter who emerges victorious, is going to be one to remember. And, you know, when you represent a wrestling promotion that also is a charity, every match you have for that promotion, it's got to be top tier, QB. You got to go in there. You got to give them everything you've got. There's a lot of kids depending on it. And, you know, see, I think that's what's gotten lost in TKO's mind. You know, we're going to go out there and we're going to tear the house down this Saturday. Heck, blood might even be drawn, but it's all going to be for the cause. And I think TKO, I think he's forgotten that a little. I think he's more worried about trying to be Evan Golden. You know, I can't believe I'm saying it, but that might be true. It could be. It could be true.
Howie, I want to be Evan Golden. I'm old age Evan Golden.
You are Evan Golden. You're Evan Golden Jr. That's your new name. Yeah.
Actually says TKO is very jealous. Bad attitude.
It is a bad attitude. It's a shame too. It doesn't have to be this way. I don't know if we have time for a story here on the program. Can I tell a quick story, guys? I got to.
Do you want full face or is this good enough?
This is good. I just want to get this in real quick. I just reminded myself of it. You know, when I was telling you guys that I met TKO when I was, 9 years old, I kind of forgot what happened after that. And, you know, this might have something to do with what's going on here. It may not. I have no idea. But I introduced myself to TKO at 9 years old. And I was a nervous wreck. You know, TKO's done a lot of things in this industry. He's been to OVW. He was a rising star at Ohio Valley Wrestling. And I was very nervous. And I said, TKO, it's very nice to meet you. And he was like, oh, yeah, it's nice to meet you. And then after that, I don't know if this has anything to do with what's going on here. TKO walked over to my dad, 24 karat Eddie Golden, and he was really shaky. He was really nervous, right? I remember this vividly. And he was like, Mr. Eddie Golden, sir, it is so nice to meet you. My name is Josh TKO Turner, and I just want you to know that one day I want to lie, cheat, and steal just like you, Mr. Golden, sir. And if I remember correctly, QB, in my memories, I was a little hazy here, Joseph, but I think my dad kind of gave him the cold shoulder. It was kind of a shun. All right. Eddie Golden's a dirty player in this game, and I've had my moments too, but I've turned a new leaf. But at the time, I don't think Eddie Golden was too friendly to the young whippersnappers like TKO at the time. So this might have something to do with it, but my dad basically said, TKO, you're never going to be Eddie Golden, so back off. Am I overlooking this? Am I looking too deep into this?
No, absolutely not. I don't think so. I think that there's a lot of jealousy, as you mentioned earlier, between TKO and yourself. And I think it's more on his part that he's jealous of you, especially after all you've accomplished in other promotions, such as Southern Pride Championship Wrestling, SOM
Right.
505 Live, also places like ICWA, where you became the first and most important champion of that great, as they call, RC championship. You know what
The
I'm talking
Royal
about?
Crown,
The
not Crown Royal, QB. Royal Crown, all right?
That's right.
I made it
And
up.
I believe that his jealousy has forced him to be put into this match with you. And like I told you, his ego is going to allow him to go through with this, but I don't know if he's going to come out walking on the other side, Evan Golden. And I'm going to let my piece stand at that, Howie. It's all yours, baby.
Evan, I should have told you before we got started. Here on RiverCity-Media, we consider TKO to be a swear word, and we have a swear jar here. And you're already up quite a bit by using
No,
those
look,
three letters a lot.
if I owe you guys money, that's fine. I love you guys. Hey, here's my wallet. I don't even care. Anything, I'll support River City. But I'm sorry for cursing. I don't like the bad language. I don't condone cursing.
We donated all to the cause.
We should call him TK No on the show.
There you go.
TK No. That's a good censorship.
There you go. So you got the man coming up, TK No, coming up on Saturday. Just found out, double title match. How do you prepare for this on kind of a short notice?
It is short notice, especially to find that both the titles are going to be on the line. I think the best way that I can describe this is I really need to get mentally focused. It's hard to explain, but someone like TKO, he's not all about technical prowess. What he wants to do is whoever is across him in the ring, no matter what shape or size is across the ring from him, he just wants to tear him apart. That's all it is. It doesn't matter if he's at Wrestling for a Cause. It doesn't matter what promotion he's at. It doesn't matter if there's a charity. If someone is standing across him in the ring and that bell rings, all he wants to do is go across and rip him up. So the thing that I need to do, my physical training, I feel like has been getting better and better, but I feel like, hey, there's AJ Kazana. See, that's what I want to look like, is AJ Kazana. I want to get jacked up like that so TKO can realize, he can't throw me around. All right, there he is. Shout out to AJ. That's what I'm going to try to look like in 2 days' time. Hey, AJ looks different. Now he got a little chubbier there. Putting on some weight. AJ, is that you?
He's been eating that rice too much. Too much of that dog.
AJ just swung through Burger King real quick. There, I see. Well, anyways, but don't let that. TKO is a menace in the ring. Don't let anybody fool you. He uses his size as an ability. I mean, all TKO would have to do is sweep me off my feet and give me a leg drop, and that would already be giving me a run for my money. So I feel like, Howie, to answer your question, I need to mentally prepare because he's going to be playing a lot of mind games, all right? One distraction, one dirty play, that would put me down. Besides, like I said, apparently he used to look up to my old man who bent the rules a little bit. Okay, so he's probably got some tricks up his sleeve from my own family, mind. How dirty is that, QB? Stealing dirty moves from someone else's family and using them against them. That's crazy talk.
That'd be like Coach Rhodes stealing Ric Flair moves.
It's crazy. And that's exactly what he's probably going to be doing. So, Howie, I'm going to have to be mentally ready for this. And I don't know exactly, I'm going to say it here on the show. I'd be lying if I didn't tell you. I'm a little nervous. All right. I'm a little nervous. But I think that there's nothing wrong with that because that's going to help me prepare. By Saturday, I'm going to be sharp. I'm going to be focused. I'm going to be ready to dodge some bullets. But yeah, it's definitely going to take some preparation.
My
You know,
actually bringing up AJ was to bring this up to let everybody know it is grave consequence. It is bell time. I believe it is. I can't see. Joseph, I hope you got the information.
Yes, sir. So the doors are going to be opening at 6:30 p.m. The bell time's going to be at 7. It's going to be located at 638 South Main Street in LaFayette, Georgia. Kids 6 through 12 are going to be $6 at the door. Adults are going to be $7. And kids 5 and under are always going to be free right there. And they have a huge main event planned for you. Store 756 is going to be versing $29.88, and you don't want to miss that one to save your life. It's going to be a great time at Wrestling for a Cause. There's so much going to be going on, Evan Golden. You are the golden child. You are the man in the center of this one. You're the man with the title, but you got to mention all the other people that are going to be here as well.
Oh, yeah, of
Clown
course.
Freak Mike Clay is going to be there. Alex Summers is going to be there. Bobby Slam's going to be there. The Great Moki is going to be there. TKO is going to be there. Matt Sable is going to be there, and so many more. What? Go ahead.
TK no. We don't say bad words here on the show, Joseph. Eat some soap, would you?
Yeah.
we are going to try our best to get that chant going Saturday night.
Oh, we're gonna start it.
TK no. TK no.
I have one more piece of advice for everybody coming from Lafayette Saturday night. Get your popcorn early. I heard Max Abel has a popcorn problem. So
he does have a popcorn problem. We might have to hold an intervention for him.
So if you want popcorn, get it when you walk in the door, or Max Abel will have it all in the locker room. That's just go ahead. I'm high on cold medicine.
So is Max going to be there as well?
Yes, Max is going to be there. Max is scheduled to be there. He actually scheduled this past week, and he confirmed it. I asked him privately in a private message, hey, is it true you're going to be at Wrestling for a Cause? He said, absolutely 100%. So Max Abel will be there as well. And I know that you two have a history as well, Evan Golden, especially over the East Tennessee Heavyweight Championship over the past few weeks. So, there might be some animosity still raging from those fights that you've had.
Yeah, well, Max Abel, I have always had nice things to say about Max Abel in the ring, but over the past few months, we've had a little bit of an issue. All right. By the way, ProWrestlingTees.com is where you can buy this Evan Golden East Tennessee title shirt.
Oh,
and QB, the East Tennessee title was very important to me, and Max Abel ended up being one of the champions after me. And ever since then, you just know I've got to get that title back over my shoulder. So I've got to say, and I just thought about this, knowing Max Abel is going to be in the building when I have a 24/7 championship, I'm going to have the eyes in the back of my head like you would not believe. I might need a bodyguard, QB. Would you have my back? Because
yes, absolutely.
It would only take a roll up for someone to take this from me.
That was going to be my question. With Max being there, you taking on TK no, do you have somebody to kind of protect your back?
Well, you know what? It's funny. I just thought about that whole story about TKO and my family. It wouldn't be so far-fetched to say that an appearance from my father or even Bunkhouse Buck couldn't be out of the question. When you're Evan Golden and you've got this family, you never know who's going to show up, especially in front of the good people of Lafayette, Georgia. I would happily bring out the Goldens for an event like this. And if I have to, I will, because I mean, there's a lot of targets on my back for this one, guys. What do you think? Should I bring someone with me or what?
Lafayette, Georgia is golden country. I will say that, especially with Jimmy and Ed and Golden. I mean, they both made their names and made their living in Georgia. So it wouldn't be too far fetched for you to bring them out there.
I might have to. Good thinking, Howie, because to be quite honest, I've been thinking about this for a while. When you're representing a charity and a great company in front of the good people of Lafayette, a lot of people want to take you down. So I might have to bring some backup. But not to play dirty. I'm going to be my best behavior. All right, this is an important cause and a great place, and I'm going to be good, Evan Golden, from now on. And that's the thing. I think TKO needs to be doing the same thing. I think he needs to take notes and play fair. But unfortunately, that's not what we're going to be getting on Saturday. Like I said, there could be blood drawn.
One more thing before you get there.
Mm.
I don't mean to make light of this, but you may want to get a restraining order for someone because he is really anxious to see you, and so you may want,
Yeah. Send me his personal information and the length of his beard and his toboggan he may or may not be wearing, and we'll make sure he can't get in the building or take pictures with
I
Evan.
say let him get in the building, but at least have a 25-foot restraining order on him.
I'll just have Bunkhouse Buck put him over his shoulders and torture rack him. There we go.
Hey, when you're using that description, please use the guy high on cold medicine in it, please.
Oh yeah, of course. This can't get any worse. Now he's gonna show up high on medicine. This is horrible. What are we gonna do with this guy?
NyQuil is better than Crown Royal. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, that's probably ICWA's next title, the NyQuil Championship. So don't give him any ideas.
NyQuil championship. That's crazy.
Joseph, throw something out at this guy.
All right, so Evan, I know that you have a lot of bookings that are going to be coming up.
Yeah.
One specifically is going to be in Dalton, Georgia. I believe it's in June. Is that correct?
That is correct. I believe you're referring to the Comic-Con event, yes?
That's right. I think it's MetroCon or MetroHam or what's it called?
I want to say it's kind of hard to pronounce. I think it was MetroCon.
It's Metro Helm, and I'm not sure I'm saying it right. It ends in Helm. Metro. It's in Dalton at the Trade and Adventure Center.
Yeah, it's going to be a big show and a big event. We're going to be bringing SOM Legacy, the big show from SOM to Dalton, Georgia. And it's going to be a big event, 3 nights. And to my knowledge, I think there's going to be wrestling action all 2 or 3 nights of the Comic-Con. So it's going to be nonstop action from SOM Legacy in Georgia. And, I might, depending how Saturday goes, well, we know how Saturday is going to go. This is still going to be over my shoulder. I might have to defend the title in Dalton.
Very true. Very true. And if you have to defend that title in Dalton, who is next on the ring? I mean, because I hate to say this and I hate to throw his name out there and I hate to be this guy, but Ziggy Dice has not been showing up as of recent, and he's not been making his appointments like he said he's going to be at Wrestling for a Cause. But he was next on the list before you won that title. You think that he still should be next on the list if you retain that title?
Well, I would say he definitely wants to be next on the list. For one, he would be sharing the ring with yours truly, the Golden Child, Evan Golden. I mean, who wouldn't want to share the ring and have that sort of competition? Secondly, he might have a chip on his shoulder. If he was supposed to be next and wasn't there, I mean, I'm sure he wants his shot back. But, that's what happens when you oversleep. He might have had some NyQuil, Howie. I don't know.
He might have had a lot of NyQuil from what I understand.
Vicky had a bunch of NyQuil and couldn't make it to the show, and that's why Evan Golden is the 24/7 champion. And if he wants to show up and take me on, well, I hope he's awake, because if he dozes off for a second, there's gonna be a burn. That's all there's gonna be.
Not just a burn, maybe a super after burner.
I know. Well, I know it sounds like this guy's got a bad attitude. I might have to pull out the ultra afterburner. I don't do that enough. I'm going to go up top. I'm going up top for Zicky.
That would be amazing to see. Go ahead, QB.
I have a special announcement for this event.
Well,
We're going to do a 2-week promotion of it. And actually it's 3 weeks. We're going to have 3 of wrestling's biggest stars on a podcast to promote the MetroHam in Dalton. One night we will have AJ Kazana. The other night we will have KC Kazana, the country gentlemen together. And on the third night, it will be Mr. Evan Golden, of course, here to represent and promote their fund. So we have the United Country Gentlemen plus Evan Golden that's going to be on RiverCity-Media. And this is the first appearance of AJ Kazana on RiverCity-Media too.
Well, you know what? You guys are going to be in good company with AJ on the show, and I'm more than glad to come on here and talk about the event as we get closer to the show. This is going to be a huge event. I mean, it's going to be a Comic-Con, so not only are you guys going to be able to see SOM Legacy action, you're going to be seeing celebrities from TV shows, Hollywood movies, all over. It's going to be a great show, and Gosh, you know what though? You guys do have me thinking. I wonder who's going to step up to the plate. Who's going to step up to Evan Golden in Dalton, Georgia? I can't wait. I just can't wait to see who steps before my eyes.
I
Well,
just pulled it up and I was looking. I'm sorry, Joseph.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But I just looked it up. It is June 20th through 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, TK No will be there as well.
He could be looking for a rematch. But how can he not be looking for a rematch? After I wipe the floor with him this Saturday, he's going to be coming crawling back. All right. So we can't blame him for wanting a rematch in Dalton. But you know what? It could be anybody. Like I said, there's a lot of people on my back. Max Abel. Even Austin Lane wants a shot. He's
Kirk
gonna be
Turtleneck
and chains, baby.
Kirk Kazana
Yeah.
chimes in, says, out of all the podcast guests, Evan is one of them.
But he tuned in. He's probably eating popcorn right now watching the show.
Him and Max is sharing the same bowl, eating the popcorn.
One of the co-stars of Tropic Mania coming out this summer.
Very true.
I know it's going to be big. We're going to have a new trailer coming. The Comic-Con weekend could be a great time to release the next trailer for the movie.
That would be perfect. That would be perfect. Howie, did you have that pronunciation? I think it's Metroham.
Oh, Lord, no. I'm from Sand Mountain. I can't pronounce nothing.
Bring in Sherwood. He knows how to spell and talk.
I can't. They don't have,
He's on special assignment. He's not coming in.
Oh, it's a special
That's why he's
assignment.
doing-
It's called going through the drive-through.
He is on special assignment in Dalton trying to figure out how to pronounce it.
I'm
That's
sure
right.
he is
yeah.
opening the first bank account for the Evan Golden fan club, and we said we wanted it to be in Sherwood. We JJ, and he got lost. That I don't want to talk about it anymore. But he got lost in Sherwood at the first Sherwood Bank and Trust.
I can't believe
man.
there is a bank and trust in Sherwood. That's
Store in a bait shop also, but it works.
well, I was picturing a saloon, and that's it. Nothing
It's right
else.
beside
just
the
a
Hooked
saloon.
on Phonics factory.
The
Yeah.
Hooked on Phonics factory, the dance club, and then JJ's house. Well, he's probably in a shack if he's living in Sherwood.
He won't miss
That
it.
he is.
Yes, I guarantee you.
Oh yeah.
All right, Evan. Now you mentioned Austin Lane just a few minutes ago. Turtleneck can change himself, also formerly known as Richard Box. He went by that for a little bit of time.
Well, we don't talk about that.
Well, I mean, we got to talk about some
That was
things
the dark
here.
point in his career, his young career.
But at MetroCon, there's going to be lots of former superstars there as well, including Ted DiBiase. You have, if I'm still not mistaken, I believe the man himself, the one Buckland, is going to be there, and he's been looking for some gold here recently too. He's been showing up to anything and everything. So you have options with former legends that may challenge you for that title, and also some new and upcomers going to be challenging for you. How do you defend that title differently against each if they decide that they're going to try?
Well, it's a little nerve-wracking. I'm not going to lie to you, Joseph. I'd be lying if I told you it doesn't make me a little on edge. I mean, just a few minutes ago, you guys were talking about how Evan Golden's the money of wrestling for a cause. How do you think it's going to make the $1 million man Ted DiBiase feel if he heard you guys calling me the money? That's a roll-up waiting to happen, and that's a new champion in the $1 Million Man, and that would just be just like that. I heard Lex Luger is going to be at the event, and I don't want any smart moves from the narcissist. All right, I'll tell you that much. I don't need Lex Luger being the new champion. All right, because we don't need that. I love Lex Luger, and all the legends that are going to be at the event are going to have a great time because it's going to be a big Comic-Con. Like I said, the atmosphere is going to be great. But I have to say, it does make me a little nervous to think about how quickly, not only could I lose this, but I could lose it to anybody. I could lose it to you, Howie. QB, if you ever decided to go over my head and stab me in the back, you could be a new. Look, he's gone. He's coming over here now to get me. That's what he's doing.
You just, that was insane. I couldn't believe you even said it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that, QB. I don't know where that came from.
Almost had to leave for a minute.
Okay, I thought you were coming to take this. I've got a big target on my back, QB, but I know you would never do that, brother.
Chattanooga, you are Mr. Main Street, Mr. Chattanooga, Mr. Hey, let's say it like Harley would say it: the greatest wrestler on God's green earth.
That's right. And when you have this on your back, anybody could try to come and take it. So to answer your question, Joseph, we've got a lot of people at the event. Heck, even actors are going to be at the event. You know how many actors out there would like to be champion? All right. I mean, they have great careers going on, but a lot of them want to be a champion in their life, and all they'd have to do is stab me in the back and take this off my back. Lou Ferrigno has been the Wrestling for a Cause 24/7 champion. If the Incredible Hulk's been champion, who else is going to try to go after Evan Golden? It could be anybody.
Well, there's two other people there that you may want to watch out for.
Okay.
One on Billy Gunn,
Oh, God.
and the other Rick Steiner.
Those are two people I would not want to mess with or meet in a dark alley, but I will be friendly and on my best behaviors, though I don't make either of them too mad. But those two are absolutely qualified to be 24/7 champion. All they'd have to do is let it cross their mind. That's why Evan Golden at this event is going to have to keep eyes all around him. All right.
Come
and like
on,
I said,
Evan.
I might have to bring the whole family.
Come on, Evan. You're going to let somebody drinking Geritol challenge you for that belt and let them win? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? They deserve to be locked away in a nursing home against the Golden Child. Are you absolutely out of your mind?
2 words.
You got to do what you got to do to win, Joseph. All right. This is a big event. I'm not going to lose at WrestleCon or whatever is going on here.
David Arquette was WCW World Heavyweight Champion. You never.
And if he shows up to the Comic-Con, he could be the next 24/7 champion. Anything can happen.
Anytime. Joseph may be out for you. Do you mean bring some walkie-talkies?
Yeah.
I'm not out for you. Trust me, I'm not out for you, Evan. I don't have no ill intentions or ill will towards you. Matter of fact, I'm on your side, especially after what TKO did this past Sunday on Legacy. Did you see that? Were you there? Were you a part of that?
I was there. I saw it all right before my eyes. First of all, I don't like how TKO. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Everybody in the good city of Newport has seen TKO run and run and run. That's all he does. The second you go after TKO and you challenge him to take things on right here, right now, and take care of business, he's gone. You won't find him. He gets right in his car and he drives straight to McDonald's. That's what I think's going on. And he doesn't want to take people on. And I confronted TKO myself. He's gone. Because I think that's what's going on here, guys. I think deep down, TKO knows that Evan Golden is a threat to him. I think it could be the jealousy like you guys were talking about. But I think it's also, if my calculations are correct, I think he fears the afterburner. That's what I think's going on. I think he knows that we could have a great competition. But I think he also knows the second I hit those ropes and call out for the afterburner, it's over. So, part of me can't blame him for running off. But I think everybody can agree he's being a chicken,
That's a great point that you just made, because at ICWA, he did not pin the champion. I want to make that very, very clear in that three-way match to win that RC title, that Royal Crown title. He did not pin the champion, Evan Golden. No. He pinned some scrub named Icy Brent. Is that not correct, Evan Golden?
That's exactly what happened. I mean, that tells you everything you need to know. And I think it's a shame. I think it's disappointing that TKO is that clearly worried about what could happen next from Evan Golden. And you know what? Again, it was very, very bold of him to make this a double title match. I think you guys know every time I come on the show, I always bring a new title with me. The only difference is this time, I'm really, really proud to be representing this title in particular for such a great cause. And I think the good people of Georgia know that his United States title should also be over my shoulder, because I, unlike TKO, actually care for these people. I care for Wrestling for a Cause, and I care for the good people of Georgia. TKO, he's a bad seed, and he's got a bad attitude. And I think that that's another reason why this Saturday I'm going to proudly emerge victorious and represent Wrestling for a Cause the right way. And also, I just want to say, I also don't run from people. And that's all TKO's been doing. And you guys have seen him do that on SOM week after week after week. And I'm getting sick of it.
That is very well said.
Ah,
I am. I'm just in awe of the interview, but I still think you gotta watch your back.
yeah.
You never know when a friend might show up and stab you in the back. How he put that comment up? It's from someone we know well, former guest and friend of Evan Golden, uh, wanting to know why you were wearing sunglasses on the podcast.
Well, it's like the old song says, I wear my sunglasses at night. And you guys know I like my shades. Michael Gabriel, you have no business talking about wearing sunglasses indoors. All I've ever seen you do is wear those. And Michael Gabriel, he's wild. He wears those orange tinted shades. And those, you don't want, if you guys ever run into someone with orange tinted shades, they're a shady person. So, Michael Gabriel, don't you talk to me about wearing sunglasses indoors. I got that from you. All right.
After I put it together, Michael Gabriel was on the podcast, and we haven't seen JJ since.
Sweet mother of God.
He might be in the
we're good.
commune.
What QB? What are you suggesting?
He may be in the commune. He was taking the therapy heavy that night.
Oh no! Well, look,
you are on cough medicine because JJ wasn't even on the show that night.
Hey, Howie, just let me pretend.
And JJ was already at the commune before the interview even happened. That's how fast Michael Gabriel works. He shows up, he seduces you with his phone sex voice, and then he gets you in the commune, and then you're stuck in the guiding light forever. So,
he met him
from personal experience there, Evan, I take it.
Yeah, well, he's got a way with words. But if you stay strong, okay, you can slip out of it and get away from it. Let me tell you, the next time you guys see JJ, if he's wearing a trench coat and orange tinted sunglasses, just talk to him, sit him down, and have an intervention. Okay, you got to talk him out of it, or next thing you know, he's going to be on JCP going after tag titles. All right, and that's not good. We don't want that for JJ. All right. I want JJ to be a wrestling star, but not with Michael Gabriel.
Say that the commune is not in Sherwood.
You know what? It probably is in Sherwood because it's not on a map.
We have to bring Mr. Gabriel back, and we'll have to discuss with him the whereabouts of one JJ. That's just.
I'll tell you what he would say. I can't speak his language, Joseph. He says a lot of things that don't make sense, but he would probably say something along the lines of, "Ooh, JJ cannot be found. He's on an inferior plane." Whatever that means. Yeah. Prayers for JJ.
8 cents.
Yeah. We'll send out a search warrant for JJ and make sure if he's in Sherwood, I guess that's where he wants to be anyway. So it's where his heart lies.
They're all inbred down there. Didn't you know that? They know
Joseph.
who he is.
Joseph, where did that come from?
It's Sherwood we're talking about, for crying out loud.
Well, if someone changed the subject, I don't want to delve further into that.
The most popular wrestling star in 49 states, excluding West Virginia. Howie, let's hit it up one more time. You know a little bit about the building. You've been to the building recently. What's it going to be like for everybody coming to LaFayette?
It's gonna be it's a really nice building. Like I said, I was there back about a month ago, 2 months ago, something like that, and it's a great place to watch wrestling. Nice facility. Kind of back in the middle of nowhere. Kind of reminds you of Sherwood a little bit, but it's back in the back in the back there. Hard, a little bit difficult to get to if you've never been there before, but it's a really nice place, and the participants that night, the wrestlers, are going to enjoy the atmosphere in there because everything's kind of close to the ring.
Well, I'm starting to think it's going to be in a broom closet now that you said it's going to be in Sherwood. Oh, it's not in Sherwood, is it?
No.
Oh, okay. Then it should be a nicely spacious facility.
20 minutes outside of Chattanooga. If you're going to see the Golden Child in Chattanooga before Dalton, which is about 45 minutes away, this is your one chance to see all Max Abel, TKO. Hey, Mike Clay's going to be there. I hate clowns.
Clowns are so scary. Why do clowns have to be so scary, QB? I don't like them.
I just hate them.
Oh, come
They're
on.
no
Not
good.
all clowns are scary, Evan. Have you met Squeaks?
Yeah, I mean, I met
Clown?
Squeaks.
He's not
I met
scary.
Squeaks. Well, there's a reason that you're not going to find me and Squeaks out at dinner, all right? He's a little scary.
Well, he likes Burger King.
I do too. I'm just saying
mean-
we're not going to eat at the same Burger King. Squeaks is a little scary. Okay, it's not that he's a nice person. He's the SOMX division champion, but I can't look him straight on. Okay, it gives me the chills. All right.
What's your problem with Mike Clay?
I've been scared of clowns for a long time. All right, it's just
Oh,
a
you're
fear.
not agoraphobic. You're a liar, is what you are. I'll call it out right here in front of everybody. Now, listen. Mike Clay is a phenomenal wrestler, and he has a phenomenal time. But he trained with Crazy Steve for a long time. Former TNA champion.
Another clown.
Another clown. That's right.
Yeah. We're bringing up way too many clowns, and I can't see behind me through the camera, so I'm starting to get nervous. Someone's gonna need to change the subject, or I'm gonna.
Hey, let me change it. I got 2 pictures to show real quick, if you don't mind.
Yeah. Let's see.
One of them is this one here. Let's go ahead and get PETA onto us real quick.
Hey,
Your rabbit coat, baby.
who's that guy? That's a handsome looking fella.
That is a champion.
That is a champion.
It's very hard to recognize him because he don't have gold around his waist.
Yeah, that almost looks like a knockoff of me just because I don't have a title around my waist. That doesn't even look right.
And then I've got one more. I don't know how well it's going to show up, but there is what they're showing on the website for the Dalton event. And of course, right there in the middle, it may be a little difficult to see, is one Mr. Evan Golden. And then on the end down here, we got one Max Abel that made it on there as well.
I can't believe he made the cut. Can you believe that, Howie?
I was surprised. And what really surprised me was he wasn't eating popcorn.
He wasn't? They cropped that out. He's holding it in his hands. They just
Maybe it's because he's doing the popcorn eating championship down there, guys. I mean, I don't know.
There's going to be a popcorn title. There's going to be a NyQuil title. There's going to be a 24/7 title. There's going to be titles galore. And Max Abel, you got to keep an eye on him. You know he's going to be going after all of it, even the popcorn title.
Nobody's getting a NyQuil title. That's all I'm saying.
I think you're the champion right now.
Currently am 6'4", 230 or 330.
Yeah.
3 bottles of NyQuil in.
Yeah.
Hey, let's recap a little bit, Evan. Will this be the first time you and TK No have gone head to head?
Me and TK No have gone head to head a couple of times. We went head to head 1-on-1 at SOM for the first time, and that match was actually quite a bit of a surprise to me. So
let me call a timeout.
Yeah.
I hate to show it, but TK No want a real guest on here?
Oh no, that's crazy. He's not trying to come in here, is he?
The ugly fool will lose that title.
You know what? This is exactly what I was telling you guys about. He got nervous, he got insecure, and now he's being a keyboard warrior while the real champion sits right here. That's all that's going on.
I'm scared of that man.
Someone put me on.
Son of a what bring him in at your own risk.
What do you want us to put you on, TKO? I mean, you're already on child support, and you're already on all that medicine to keep you calm from slapping people in the face and going to jail. You want us to put you on here too, so you can destroy your own self?
He said all that, not me.
He said, "Put me on to shut this child up."
Wow. Can you guys believe he's talking like that? That's crazy. First of all, I'm a man. All right. The golden child is a play on words. I'm a grown adult. And secondly, like I said many a time here on the program, TKO's not the one with the title over his shoulder.
TKO may never be the one with the title over his shoulder.
Prove your cowards. The keyboard warrior, as you called him.
TKO, I had you on yesterday. You were on TikTok Live with me yesterday, and we were promoting none other than Wrestling for a Cause, where you decided to run your mouth against this man, Evan Golden, the Golden Child, and he didn't have a way to defend himself. I even invited him to come on yesterday to defend himself, and he couldn't make it. So
I couldn't make it.
The story.
Look, I couldn't make it because I have actual things to do. When you're an actual international champion, you have a busy schedule, and you don't have time to sit here all day and talk. I'm so glad that I was able to clear time for you guys because I love this show. What? Hold on, you're not bringing him in, are you? Where is
No,
he?
scares me. I was trying to block it.
Is he there?
No, not yet. Anyway, Joseph, we
Evan
need.
Golden is a cockroach.
Rude.
Oh God.
He couldn't make it because he's a coward.
Listen, he's got such a busy schedule. I mean, let's talk about it. He defended the Royal Crown Championship at ICWA. He's defended the East Tennessee Heavyweight Championship at SOM. Then he's defended none other than the 24/7 Championship at Wrestling for a Cause.
And
He's
look at this
defended
thing.
the
Look
Beside
at
the
this guy.
Ring Championship.
TKO, I got
mean-
gold all over the place. I can't keep up with all this. All right, look, this thing weighs like 20 pounds. TKO. I was not able to come in yesterday because I was polishing. All right, you got to keep these things clean, by God. Oh, and you know what? By the way, I just want to say, and I'm going to say this here on the show, and I've said this many times. I said this earlier. I respect TKO and what he's done in this industry, but right now he's slipping. He's not on my level right now. All right, and that's just what's going on.
He asked the question, Evan, do you like to bleed?
I did say this. And hey, I said it earlier. This Saturday in Lafayette, there could be blood. Matter of fact, I'd say there will be blood. The way he's talking.
And what a big match it's going to be in Lafayette, Georgia. You guys do not want to miss any of the action for Wrestling for a Cause. The doors are going to be opening at 6:30 p.m. The bell time is going to be at 7. You guys don't want to miss anything. Adult tickets are $7. Kids that are 12 and under are going to be $6. Kids 5 and under are always free. Come on out to the show tomorrow night, guys. It's going to be a great time for each and every one of you to be there. We would love to have you guys come on out and be with us.
Sarah Hughes says, you know this person, Joseph? Have you ever spoke with this person? Okay.
That's the president of the Evan Golden Fan Club.
Hey,
She
there
says,
we go.
She says, you're just jealous, Josh Turner. Evan can beat you.
Well, you know what? Thank you. You guys are the best. I just want to say I've got the best supporters ever. Wrestling for the Cause are the best supporters ever. You guys don't understand how proud I am to hold this title and represent the good people of Wrestling for a Cause. And TKO, I am so sorry that your brain has gone this far off. You've lost the plot, my friend. You were once a proud supporter of this great cause and a great representative, and now you come in here. You're saying things like I would never believe. I'm starting to wonder if my dad actually ended up giving him some advice after all.
I'm sorry. I had to laugh about this. Evan says, Josh says, Evan, you're welcome to come to either meet and greet over the weekend. He says, I'll give you a free auto.
So he's referring to the appearances May 2nd, 2025, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Walmart in Tryon, Georgia. Trion. Tryon, Georgia is where it's going to be at. He's going to be there, like I said, from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And then also May the 3rd, it's going to be from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And he's going to be appearing live. He's going to be answering questions. He's going to be signing autographs. He's going to be selling merchandise. So he's calling you out to either of these right there at the Walmart at LaFayette Supercenter on May the 3rd. So either one.
Well, you heard, this is a big schedule for TKO. He's got to clock out of Walmart to stay in Walmart to do the meet and greet. And then the next day, he's got to, he got to call off his McDonald's to go do this other meet and greet?
Hey,
Hey, Evan.
What's going on? Who let him in? QB, did you let him in?
You want to keep talking and running your mouth? Because guess what? Daddy can't save you. I know you're there in Daddy's basement, but Daddy ain't going to do a damn thing for you. Because this weekend, your real daddy's going to bust that ass.
Wow. You know what, TKO? There's a reason this is right here, right now on my...
Yeah, that reason's Casey Kazana, who's dodging me like a bullet, too.
Nobody's dodging you, TKO. Nobody is dodging you. You're dodging everybody else.
And TKO, don't think we've not seen you do this every week you've been leaving. You've been running off from everybody.
Hey, Evan. Congratulations. Tomorrow is now not tomorrow, Saturday. I'll let you live an extra day. Saturday, I make the rules. I'm not wrestling you. I'm beating your ass. It's a tables match.
That's child abuse, sir.
Who let this man in? He scares me.
A
Definitely
tables
wasn't
match,
me.
huh?
But I want everybody to get real and listen close. Evan, you're invited. Joseph, you can come out to either one of my meet and greets. I'll have a free photo and a free autograph both for you. But Evan is
A free
hang
for
on. Is
you.
Edward in the house? Is Eduardo there?
No, he's not. No, I don't think he would talk to you again.
Well, I need to send him a message. And how about Mrs. Golden? Is Mama Golden there? Oh
I
wait,
can't believe
Mama
this.
Golden's ashamed of you too. But I want to
Wow.
speak to Eddie and I want to speak to Mama. I want them to look at their little boy who's venturing out in the real world, who's going to drive 41 miles for the first time. He's going above that 40 miler, that 40 miler that he is. He's taking that extra mile and stepping out. And I want to do something as a parent. Now, granted, Eddie Golden is the biggest joke I've ever met, but I'll give respect to Mama Golden. And I'm going to look at this right now, and I want you to watch Mrs. Golden. I want you to look in my eyes. And as a father, I humbly apologize to you, ma'am, for what I'm about to put your son through and what I'm about to do to your son. It is nothing personal, it is just business. And I am going to humble your kid. I am going to hurt your little boy. And when I am done with him, he will never be the same. But at least he'll be back in your arms again.
Am,
Well,
am
look,
I am I the only one overlooking this? Was this breaking news about it being a tables match now?
well, it was breaking news that it's a tables match, but the real breaking news is that all this really means is that TKO is going to be getting an afterburner through a table. That's the only thing I'm getting out of this. And TKO,
So
these
let me get this
mind
straight. Let
games
me
that you're
stop you
playing.
right
Hold
there,
on.
Evan.
No,
Evan,
no,
let me
no, no,
stop.
no, no.
And I hope you give me an afterburner through a table. I'll take an afterburner through a table willingly because that shows your stupidity. In a tables match, you will go through the table first.
No, I
You
won't.
ignorant moron.
I'll land on my feet.
Like a cat. Yes.
I know you can't do that, TKO, land on your
Oh,
feet or flip or anything. I know that might make you fall over, bust your knee up. But
well, this is
Evan
huge
Golden's
news. This is
agile.
huge news that's being announced right now for none other than Wrestling for Our Cause. Going to be taking place at Grave Consequences, May the 3rd, 2025, right there in Lafayette, Georgia,
Hold
at
on.
638 South Main Street.
Joseph, I'm so sorry to interrupt. TKO, do you really think coming on this program and bringing up my family, bringing up my mother of all people, is that who you really are, TKO? You used to be such a good representative for Wrestling for a Cause, and now I
Evan.
don't even know who you are
Hold on,
anymore.
Evan, because this is very important what you're saying here. Because a couple weeks ago at SOM 505 Live, if I'm not mistaken, Eddie Golden was taken out by the Saviors in TKO. Do you
Oh, I
remember
know.
that happening?
Look, all he's wanted to do is be friends with the Goldens, and he knows he can't do that. So he's trying to take us out one by the one. TKO,
Shut up,
you're lucky.
Ashley.
You are lucky my father's recovered and is walking again after your little stunt. But if you think you can go through him, you don't even want to know what's going to be happening this Saturday.
You know what, Evan? I will give you this. I will give you this, and I will give the devil his due. You're resilient. You will show up at places you're not wanted. You are exactly like your father. You're a pest. And after Saturday, you're going to have something else involved and in common with your dad. You're never going to step foot back in a ring again because of me.
TKO, I don't understand exactly why you've turned into the person you've turned into. It makes me sick because I know the TKO I met when I was 8 years old, and I know you remember this TKO. The TKO I met all those years ago was more than happy to be a part of professional wrestling. And I know the TKO of then would be so proud to go in front of the good people of Lafayette, Georgia. And now I think we can all agree we're looking at a monster. and it makes me sick. TKO, I should give you an afterburner just to shut you up, because I think everybody is getting really sick and tired of the words that have been coming out of your mouth. It's not right, and it's not who you really are. I think it's time Evan Golden whips some sense back into you and brings back the TKO of old, the OVW TKO, by God. You know that
You want to talk
that's the
hype,
real you.
Evan? As I put that fishing line out, you bid onto it. Now, put your money where your mouth is, kid. United States Championship versus 24/7 Hero title. Title versus title in a tables match.
You got it, champ. You got it.
I think I do. But you know what, TKO, I'll give you this. I'd
No,
be
no, no. It's a
lying.
yes or no question.
Oh, it's a yes. But I just want you to know that I'd be lying to you if I didn't tell you I wasn't nervous about this. I'm nervous. I'm a nervous wreck. But I want you to know this Saturday, I'm putting it all to the side. You're going to be getting a new Evan Golden, a faster Evan Golden, a more dangerous Evan Golden. The afterburner I'm going to give you that I will not be going through the table for is going to be an afterburner from hell. And I think you know that's true, TKO. I think you know that's true.
I'll let you get back to your little interview, but I want you to know this, Eddie, Mama Golden, it is personal. Evan, you're a hell of a kid, and you'll put up a hell of a fight. But the problem with you, you're a child, and you live a lie. You live a lie. And you know what?
He's the champion. Who's living the
Shut up,
lie?
Joseph. I want to make something perfectly clear for you too. And this is directly to you, Evan. And this is directly to you, Joseph. And I want you to stew on this for the next few days, Evan. And Joseph, I hope to God you can't sleep for the next few days, because one comment you made has been the only thing truthful out of anything you've said tonight. And that is, by God, I am a monster. And when anybody has a nightmare, it better be my face they see. Because once I show up, you may not wake up. I'll see you soon, Evan.
We'll see you soon, Krampus.
Get him out of here.
Well, I'll tell you what.
What?
Somebody's, hey, if he wants us to see him in his nightmare, somebody's got to see him, because nobody watches The Walking Dead anymore. I'll tell you that much. That's old news. As an old fan of the show. Yeah.
Did he break the internet barrier down? Did he hack?
He hacked into the system to come on the show. We had
And
no
I can't
control
believe
of
I'm
that.
saying this. TKO's got brains. He knows how to do stuff like that. That's the problem. He's too smart, and he's gotten too smart. He's ahead of himself. He doesn't realize who he really is. We've got to whip him back into shape. I've got to whip him back into shape this Saturday. You guys know it's exactly what I'm going to do.
I know.
That is your calling here, is
Yeah.
to say TKO from TKO.
Yeah.
I
He's
don't
his own worst
understand
enemy.
the audacity that he even has to even believe that he could be the champion, the main champion of Wrestling for a Cause, holding none other than that beautiful 24/7 title up, that hero championship up, and he thinks that he's going to take it from the Golden Child. He has the audacity to even think that he's going to win it from the Golden Child.
Look,
Are you
guys,
kidding me?
It means the world that you all believe in me, and it means the world that everybody in the comments want to see Evan Golden emerge victorious. And like I said, I'm a nervous wreck. My stomach's in knots. But you know what? Hero is in the name of this title, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing this Saturday. I'm going to be a hero, and I don't think there's anything better I could do as a hero than to show up to Lafayette, Georgia, shut him up, give him an afterburner through a table, and then go home and watch Fear the Walking Dead, the superior program, by the way, or Dead City. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to have the United States title over my shoulder, and I'm very excited about it, because next time I come to River-City-Media, I'm going to have 2 titles from Wrestling for a Cause, and it's a great cause, too.
Absolutely. Hey, I'm so embarrassed that happened, Evan, but
yeah, it's okay.
You still have your forever fan club, and JJ, even though he's not here, is a member of it. Give us the highlights of this again, Joseph, while we got a minute. Let me get the banner up.
Absolutely. Wrestling for a Cause, Grave Consequences is going to be taking place May the 3rd, 2025. The main event is going to be Store 756 versus 2988. And you just heard it here first. Breaking news, title versus title in a tables match going to be taking place against TK No and none other than the Golden Child, Evan Golden, right there. And you can see everybody who's going to be here. The Grand Moki's going to be here. Bobby Slam's going to be here. Alex Summers is going to be there. Clown Freak Mike Clay is going to be there. Max Abel is going to be there, and so many more. You don't want to miss it. The doors will be opening at 6:30 p.m. The bell time is going to be at 7 p.m. It's going to be held at 638 South Main Street in LaFayette, Georgia. Guys, tickets for adults are going to be $7. Children 6 to age 12 are going to be $6 at the door. Kids 5 and under are always free. And you got to remember, when you go to Wrestling for a Cause, you're helping a family in need get the life-saving support that they need, whether it's medicine, whether it's equipment, whether it's food in their belly, whether it's shelter for the night. You're helping somebody each and every time you step through those doors. So come on out and be a part of Wrestling for a Cause. We would love to have you. Now, Evan, I had a little birdie tell me, it tweeted a little while ago that you had some really, really big news coming up. Are you ready to release that yet?
I am ready to release the news. However, I don't know which news you might be. Give me a hint. There's so much going on. What
Just
news?
give it all to us, Evan, because I believe that somebody was saying that you might have had a little inking going on.
A contract inking?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you guys know I can't legally talk about that right now, unfortunately. I mean, I know I just signed on to the tables match. I'm going to have that emailed to the Wrestling for a Cause executives, but I don't know if I could talk about any further contract signings yet. So,
Well, what else you got going on? What's the other big news in your life?
well, the other big news that I know that I can talk about, and it's something that's been eating at me. I've been wanting to talk about this here on the show. Myself and Andy Optimal are going to be in a steel cage match at Southern Pride Championship Wrestling coming up soon. And this is a big deal at SPCW Steel Standing. It's going to be Evan Golden and Andy Optimal in a steel cage for the first time ever. So you heard it here. Evan Golden is going to be having a tables match and a steel cage match within the same month of each other. Heck, by the time I'm on the show next, you guys better hope I can still walk, let me tell you.
Absolutely.
Ooh.
It will be. You will
And
be.
that's going to be taking place at Southern Pride Championship Wrestling in LaFayette, Tennessee. That's 157 Myers Lane for those of you that are interested in going and seeing that. Do you know the date on that? Is it the 10th, I believe?
Yes, May 10th. It's going to be a big show. And actually, hold on. Someone pull up the poster. There is SPCW on May 10th, but Steel Standing might be on the event after that. I don't know if you guys are able to pull it up now, but
You got it, Joseph, or you want me to try to find it?
I'll try to find it for you if you'll give me just a second. I'm working on it right
it's going to be a big show. Every match is going to be in a steel cage, and it's coming up. I mean, we have 2 SPCW events this month, 2 or 3, but we're really trying to spice things up and give the people something different. I mean, every match in a cage. I mean, and by the way, each match has to end differently. There's going to be different stipulations. They're not all just going to be escape the cage, for example. We're going to be coming up with ways that have to be done, so each match is going to be unique. And Andy Optimal, I don't know exactly what our stipulation is, but you better believe Evan Golden is going to be standing on top, because that's exactly all I know to do. And it's going to be a big event. Oh, and Joseph, I also did sign on. I've been actively in the East Tennessee tournament at SOM. I've been in a tournament that is going to lead me back to the love of my life, the East Tennessee title. So that's happening.
Well, go ahead, Randy.
Go ahead. I just am the greatest East Tennessee champion.
Yeah, it's time to be the greatest champion again. I'm going to do it.
As you guys see here, there is so much that's going to be going on at Southern Pride Championship Wrestling Saturday, May the 10th, 7 p.m. in LaFayette, Tennessee, 157 Myers Lane. Connor Martin's going to be taking on none other than Wayne Moxie and Sky Even for that junior heavyweight championship. The SPCW heavyweight championship, Joe Briggs is going to be defending against Insane Dane Burns. He's going to be there. Xander Storm, the American champion, is going to be taking on, well, you know him as JDL, baby. Nick Hamrick is going to be coming on and taking on none other than RT3. The winner of that match will receive a heavyweight title match. Bruiser Bobby Mitchell, Bob out there, is going to be taking on Tommy Mars. The winner receives an American title match. And Andy Optimal, the match of the night, going to be taking on the Golden Child, Evan Golden, and the winner receives a junior heavyweight championship title match right after
That's
that.
right.
And now you were also mentioning SOM 505 Live. You're in the tournament
Yep.
currently for the East Tennessee Heavyweight Championship. If you'll give me a second, I'll pull that up for you guys as well. Now, I know there's a lot of people who are trying to get back into that tournament, including, and as we mentioned earlier, Max Abel is inside that tournament. Now, there's a very special stipulation on him, though, for this tournament, as the new general manager, Dalton, was able to explain to him face to face, but I don't know if he got it. He was a little bit out of his mind that night from getting the hooch, you know what I mean? So
It's a champion's juice.
Yeah, you can call it what you want. That was definitely not champion's juice. But he has a special stipulation that if any of the saviors get involved in any of his matches whatsoever, he is automatically disqualified from that. And I believe you have a match coming up with one Max Abel. Is that correct?
This Sunday. Look, this is a loaded weekend for Evan Golden. All of Evan's worst enemies are going to be in the ring with Evan this weekend. This Sunday, Evan Golden and Max Abel are going head-to-head again. And the winner of that match advances on to the next round of the tournament. Now, look, the last time I was in the ring with Max Abel, and I was going to touch on this a little bit earlier, the last time I was in the ring with Max, and Joseph, you were there, you saw this, so you were my alibi. He knocked me out with a chain, threw it out of the ring, and pinned me 1, 2, 3. He took an old dirty trick out of the book. And let me tell you, he's not going to get away with that again. It's going to be too late. The afterburner will already have happened. And Evan Golden's going to move on into the tournament and get his title back. Basically, what's going on here, crew, is next time you see me on the show, I'm going to have this title, the Wrestling for a Cause United States title, the SPCW Junior Heavyweight title, and the East Tennessee title. It's all going to be just strapped all over Evan Golden's arms. I might have to put one around my neck, Joseph. I don't know. I'm gonna. I need to find new places. They're gonna be wrapped around my legs for goodness sakes.
The next time you're on here, we're gonna have to do a screen like this and put you over here to be able to show all the titles you got.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
right.
and I'm gonna have the big one
Beside
with
the
me,
ring,
too.
yeah.
The big one actually fills up that entire screen, Howie. Look.
Look at
That thing is huge live too, guys.
It is, I know. So there's basically what's going on here is Evan Golden is going to be dripped in gold, just like you guys love to see it. And you know what? I'm proud to say that I have tenacious competition. You know what? Max Abel is a fantastic competitor, and I'm proud to say that I'm excited to share the ring with him this weekend. TKO, he's got a lot of work to do when it comes to these attitude adjustments he needs to make. But nevertheless, I can't wait to tear the house down this Saturday. Andy Optimal is one of the best technical competitors in the region today. So Evan's got a lot on his plate, but you better believe I'm going to bring all the titles back to the fan club and show them off.
I got two small advice for you, if you don't mind, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Golden. One, for Saturday, make sure you have some backup. I do
Good
not
thing.
trust a TK no.
Me neither.
The second one, carry a bag of popcorn to the ring against Max Abel. That'll distract him. You get the pin easy.
Good thinking. I'll bring McDonald's to the ring Saturday for TKO, so he'll be preoccupied, and I can throw him through a table real quick. And then on Sunday, I'll give popcorn to Max.
He likes nuggets. He likes the McNugnugs.
Oh, does he? A kid's meal? I'll make
Yeah.
sure he gets his toy. The Minecraft movie just came out, so he's going to want
Joseph, please say that one more time.
He likes the Nugnugs, the McNugnugs.
I
He
don't know.
needs to rename his finisher the Nug.
Hey, RiverCity-Media brings the best of Joseph out. I'm telling you. Great addition. Hey, Howie, I want to take a second before we go off the air here, and I just want to thank all the participants that's coming down to LaFayette. And I knew nothing about Wrestling with a Cause before I found out Evan was booked. I did some research. It is absolutely one of the great causes in this business. So you can pay more than your entry to get in. And it's hard to focus with Nugnugs on the screen.
You guys are welcome.
You can pay more than the entry fee. You can make a donation. You become a sponsor. There's a lot of things that a cause like this could use right now. mostly in this economy is money. So bring an extra 20. Pay an extra, it's $7 to get in. Pay 20 to get in. It'll be worth it. It's a great cause. And if you'll go to Facebook, it's Wrestling for a Cause Chattanooga. And if you'll follow it there, it's amazing how much great talent they bring to the area that I didn't even know about. And I live in Chattanooga. So great cause, great card. Evan Golden's going to teach TKO to behave.
Well, one of the best things that you can do aside from the money and showing out to support the cause is to see TKO Turner get thrown through a table. Am I right? I think that's exactly what the kids are going to want to see is TKO collapse through a table. And that's what's going to happen.
He's taking that championship off of Evan Golden.
Yeah.
I know this is going to sound odd, Evan, but if you will, show your shirt again. Pro Wrestling Tees is where that can be purchased at.
Yeah, this is a great shirt because now that I'm back in the East Tennessee title tournament, I've been wearing this. I broke this back out. This is available on ProWrestlingTees.com. This is a picture of me with my East Tennessee heavyweight title. As QB always reminds me, Evan Golden was the best and greatest East Tennessee champion since Jimmy Golden. And I'm proud to say that these shirts are for sale at ProWrestlingTees.com at Evan Golden. And heck, I might wear this out on Saturday to show off because it is a beautiful shirt and it's a sign of things to come for sure.
And coming in about 2 weeks on Joseph's shirts and merchandise, Nug shirt.
It will be a Nug shirt. That's a great idea. It's good merchandise.
That
We
is
can
merch.
put Max
That's
on
great
it.
merch. We'll
Evan,
think about it.
Yeah, Evan, thanks for joining us, man. We know you got the big matches coming up this week. Randy, what you got?
We'll see Evan back to promote the con appearance in Dalton in June. So everybody get out Saturday. I cannot emphasize enough. This is, how long has it been since you've been in the Chattanooga area, Evan?
It's been far too long since I've been in the Chattanooga area. Recently, the closest I've even been to Chattanooga is in the Decatur area, which I believe is close enough, right? Joseph, how far is Decatur to Chattanooga anyway?
It's about 45 miles. Roughly.
Yeah, I that's the closest I've been, and that's too far. So I'm ready to go back. Like you, who said earlier, Evan Golden is Mr. Chattanooga, and I'm gonna be back around for those good people, and I'm gonna go to Georgia and wipe the floor with TKO and have the match of the century, and then we're gonna support this great cause, and I'm very excited about it.
We appreciate your time. Back-to-back matches. Joseph, go ahead.
Hey guys, real quick. Also, that there's going to be a lot of independent wrestlers there that are going to be selling merchandise. If you guys bring just extra money, all that money goes to help Wrestling for a Cause. It goes to help those professional wrestlers get to their next event. And we want you to support them as well. Bring an extra $5, bring an extra $10. Even if you don't buy anything from them, hand it to your favorite wrestler for the night and make sure that they're getting home safe and sound and have enough gas in their gas tank to get there.
Amen. The men and women that get out and do this and entertain us and represent a great cause, we don't appreciate enough, Joseph. And that's the reason we're here too, because
even if it's that old nug eating slob TKO, you got to give them some money. You know what I mean?
Bring TKO some nugs for his gimmick money. He doesn't want to sell pictures. He just wants chicken nugs.
I'll bring nugs for TKO and popcorn for Max. Take us out of here, Alex. Hey, before we do, Joseph, plug Wrestle Talk real fast.
Absolutely. Wrestle Talk with the Rabid Beaver. You can catch us normally every Tuesday on Facebook Live. We're also all over the place. Through Buzzsprout.com, you can support us under Wrestle Talk with the Rabid Beaver. I'm so sorry about that, guys. You can support us there for as little as $3 a month. We'd love to have your support. But come and check us out every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook Live, and you can catch us at Joseph DH is how you catch us right there. That's the best way to catch us. And guys, I believe this week, let me look at my handy dandy calendar so I'm not lying to you. I do believe that this week we have something very special planned out for you guys. If it will load for me. I'm sorry, technical difficulties. So coming up, we're going to have the American Diesel dump truck going to be taking place on none other than the 6th And then the 7th, we're going to have Pogo the Clown come in and talk to us. The 13th, we're going to have
another clown. That's crazy. How many clowns
Oh.
are you bringing in, Joseph?
Hey, man, I love the clowns.
You're not going
I
to see me
believe-
and QB there.
We're going to have RT3 on the 27th. Guys, come on out and support us and be a part of that with Wrestle Talk with the Rabbit Beaver right there at Joseph DH on Facebook.com.
In next week's guest on RiverCity-Media, Johnny Faith. So,
Wow.
of the Pritchard Wrestling School.
Get that grenade launcher, baby, because it's going to be a blast.
Yep. Take us home.
Evan, thanks for joining us. Good luck this weekend. A lot of big matches for you.
It's a big weekend, but hey, you guys got me hyped up. You've got me feeling ready to go. And you guys this Saturday, I'm excited to see you guys there for one of the greatest matches that are ever going to happen in Georgia. And thank you guys for supporting me. It was great to be back on the show as always.
Can I fanboy for a second and ask for a picture Saturday?
You can. See, unlike TKO, I have a great attitude. I'll take a picture with everybody.
Hey, somebody has said that they want their picture, Evan.
Who is it? QB? Oh, Kasara. Like my... Hey, look.
All right, like my picture from Evan. He has great shots.
I'll gladly take a picture with the president of the Evan Golden fan club. And by the way, I think before we sign off, we also need to have a moment of silence for JJ. He was on assignment during this. It wasn't the same without him. It almost felt like he was here in spirit.
Too bad they don't have internet in Sherwood.
They don't have internet. Also, he can't read. So
Other things.
Well, guys, it's about time for Waffle House. What do y'all say?
Absolutely. For the Evan Golden, good luck this weekend. For the Nug man, Mr. Joseph Hughes, I'm the Howard Chaney, and for the man that's buzzed all night long, QB1, the founder of River City Media, good night and God bless everybody.
Bye, guys.